Hello, this is the final multimedia project of Darwin Carrot for Science SC110 Concepts of Energy. I do in fact think that I have a better understanding of energy, mostly because I normally think of energy as being specific only to the area of science, but through this class I've learned a lot about how it can be applied to biology and chemistry and astronomy even. So through this class I've learned a lot about how energy can be a part of all fields of science. One thing specifically that I learned a lot about, which I really enjoyed, is the idea of convection and how throughout the whole course it was applied to a very vast number of different concepts. Normally when I think of convection, I only think of like the kind of stove where electricity is running through it and it like heats up stuff like directly through metal. But I enjoyed learning a lot about it and the concept and how it applied to the sun's rays getting directed towards the earth and to the water cycle and to how heat can flow through the atmosphere. I would say that I have a better understanding of science and the application of science and experimentation, mostly in regards to the questions that science is supposed to answer. Science is only like really applicable to questions that can have a definitive answer, like not necessarily like philosophical ones. Like the question should never be should we do something, it should be like what would doing something do, which I thought was kind of interesting and something that I learned throughout the course. I really liked the ice cream lab a lot. And that's not just because I like making ice cream, although I did love that part. I also really enjoyed like seeing how simply adding salt to a mixture of ice would like lower the temperature so drastically, and how through over time there was a lot of like different changes in temperature through the ice cream. And there were so many layers. I loved that part. There's so many layers of bags. One of the things that I struggled with pretty consistently with this class is ensuring that I had enough time to do all of the labs that I had to do. One of the things that I struggled a lot with in this class was mostly making sure that I had the time required of all the labs. Most of them, this wasn't a problem just because like I could do the experiment and be done, but there were a lot of labs that required, I think, the whole day or 10 days or like 7 days, or a whole week that I did not foresee in the slightest, and that told me something, that I should always be looking ahead on my assignments and ensuring that I could do it, but like there is no level of cramming that you could possibly do to make up for 10 days of necessary laboratory time, which I guess is one of the drawbacks of this class, but in it being online. But I would see if there isn't some like early warning system that could be put in place, because I just wouldn't know when to check certain assignments for like a extended, like to know when to start before the week that it's even due specifically. And that's what I learned, and that's something that I would consider.